Drop it. Drop it. Let's go.
How you doing?
Yeah, we're on. You said you were going
Uh-oh, what happened?
You there?
Yeah, I'm here now.
We're live.
and I introduced us.
You said you were going to start, so I could give it to you.
I did. I introduced us. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Niners Now podcast. I'm Niners Jess along with Niner Beto. What's going on, Beto?
What's up? We're going to talk 49er football. We're going to talk about the game that we watched last Sunday. We're going to give you a little bit of a preview against the Rams right after this.
The San Francisco 49ers are going to kick ass and take names this season, and it all starts with head coach Kyle Shanahan.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? My favorite co-host of the whole entire universe that we like to call social media. How you doing, Jess?
I'm doing well. I'm ready to talk 49ers football. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Jess. I'm doing great. I'm fired up, man. After a 30-7 beatdown of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jess was there live. She got to experience the atmosphere. She got to experience the whole 9 yards of the way the game was played, the atmosphere. So before we get started, let us know your thoughts on how the game went and the environment and how everything was there being in person.
You know, the Steelers probably have the nicest fans I've ever been around. It was actually a really cool experience. It was my first time in Pittsburgh. It was really cool. Yes, definitely they're the nicest fans, but when they started losing, woo, boy, did they turn pretty quickly. But it was all in good fun. And, at the end of the day, we got the dub. So I was happy coming back to New Jersey. And here we are sitting at 1-0 looking at the Rams.
Yeah, 1-0. I know a lot of people were like nervous because the Pittsburgh Steelers were having one hell of a camp, and they were winning championships in preseason, and they were throwing the ball, and Kenny Pickett looked like Joe Montana and the young Ben in preseason. This is why I tell people preseason doesn't matter. It doesn't tell
Exactly.
you nothing how 8 games going to go in the regular season. The Steelers looked like they were firing on all cylinders. A lot of their fan base went and were fired up because of what they saw in preseason. They really thought that they were going to compete in this game. They didn't see a blowout. And when you face this ferocious defense and you're facing the kid that is first year, what a way to introduce himself as a first-time starter in 2023 by getting not one, not two, but 3 sacks. And I'm talking about 3 sacks. Jackson, he fired up. You can right away. You felt the presence of Hargrave. You felt the presence of Eric Armstead is so underrated. He was a beast, dominating that middle pocket, and then Bosa was kind of getting his feet underneath him, and his presence was felt as well. Kenny Pickett was under duress the whole game. We were in his face. He was hearing footsteps. He was watching. I think Aaron Donald sent him his ghost, and Kenny Pickett was looking at those ghosts. Let me ask you, Jess, during halftime, I mean, not halftime, during the commercials, what was the demeanor of that side of the bench of the Steelers? What was Kenny Pickett's demeanor during commercial breaks?
I honestly, I think that they didn't know what hit them. Wow, that's really big.
I know, sorry.
I think they were surprised because it was, all of a sudden, the Steelers are doing well in preseason. It's almost like they won the Super Bowl. But it was, and the fans were very like mellow, and the Niner fans were very like upbeat. What's up, Sean? Everybody was like upbeat and everything. And it was so good to see. I mean, there were well over 16,000 49ers fans there. We definitely know how to travel, and it was so cool. I also sat next to Javon Hargrave's parents, and they were just wonderful people, very proud of their son. And it was a cool experience.
Yeah, I can imagine. Thank you, Don. Don't forget to hit that like button, smash it, wipe it out of the ballpark. But yeah, I can imagine the atmosphere there for Niner fans. Now, the takeover of Pittsburgh it was nowhere near the takeover we're going to do this Sunday in Levi's South. Levi's, for the better word, the Lambs and their stadium belong to the Niners. We own them. But it was nice to see a bunch of red in Pittsburgh. It was nice to see you, Beck, Ty, a lot of content creators that were there representing all the 49ers around the world were there representing the San Francisco 49ers. And believe it or not, these players, they feed off the energy of seeing all the red up in the stands, and they sure play like it. I mean, from the get-go, they were on fire. Defensively, they were great. They had a little bit of a hiccup towards the end of the second quarter with Lenore with 2 dumb penalties. But, and one of the things that I don't like is those 11 penalties total. They really going to have to work on that. But other than that, when you went 30-7, there's not really much to pick at. Did everybody start to leave in by the end of the third quarter? When did people start leaving? Because I can imagine fans started to leave before the game was over, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually kind of surprised that the Steelers fans lasted as long as they did. They were there well into the fourth quarter. Some left in the third, but most left in the fourth quarter, for sure.
Yeah, I would imagine that they would leave early, trying to beat the traffic out. I mean, when you're getting blown out 30-7, it's pretty devastating for week one performance from the Steelers. It seemed like the defense, Veteran Pink, whatever that safety was never heard of. The only one you heard of was TJ Watt. He made an impact with 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, sacks. 1 was recovered. One, now the new name for that is the butt recovery. We had the butt fumble by Mark Sanchez. Now we have the butt recovery from Brock Purdy. What a way. I want to ask you, what were you doing? Did you get to see that on the field? And how impressive did Brock Purdy do? Because as it looks easy, but it's not. I can imagine you have your hands behind you, the ball's underneath you, and you got Watt right there trying to take it away from you, and you don't give it up. How impressive do you think that was for you, what Brock did right there in that moment?
Well, I did see that and I was like, wow, like I didn't think once about his elbow, like, oh my God, watch the elbow. I didn't think once about that. I was just like, wow, look at him, like being all kind of like almost double jointed and, grabbing behind and, securing the ball. But, we can't let those things happen. I mean, those are things that we have to clean up as well as the penalties.
Yeah. And listen, it's game one of the season. You're gonna get that those kind of errors, but it's always nice to be able to fix something with a W. It's always nice to look at the film and fix whatever mistakes need to be fixed from week one with a W, and express not only a W, but making a statement to the NFL that the Niners are real. Because people may think, well, what's 30-7? A lot of people have been talking about the Cowboys shutting out the Giants, but that's a division game. The Giants are not as good as people think they were. And I think, and I'm not saying this as a Niner fan, but I'm saying this as a football fan. To me, what the Niners did to the Steelers was more impressive than what the Cowboys did to the Giants, because a lot of that offense, Dak did not perform very well. That defense was really good for the Cowboys. And you saw what the Niners were able to do offensively. So, if I'm not mistaken, all our points were scored on offense. So that just tells you that the Niners offense did what they had to do by scoring points, and the Niners defense did what they had to do by not giving up points. And those 7 points are misleading because the Niners were playing pre-defense, and they just wanted to get out and go into the locker room for halftime without getting hurt, and they just happened to punch it in for 7 points. But nothing happened after that. So
right, but it should have been a shutout for sure. And you know what? And like going back to what we were talking about, like after a win, it's a constructive criticism is always good after a win. Like you take that so well after a win as opposed to a loss.
Absolutely. What's up, Terradome? Welcome, my friend. Welcome to give me a second. Welcome to the channel, my friend. Good to see you. He says, what's up, my peeps? Rams week. Love lamb chops. Yeah, it's let's talk. We'll go near the back and forth, but the Rudy from the Rams fan, the Ramelia Sports, whatever. Mm-hmm. He did a show with Wayne Breezy, and they did a Rams Niner preview. And I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but it's like if you ever want to see a delusional person that doesn't know shit about football, doesn't know X's and O's, doesn't know nothing, check out Rudy, and he's my boy, but this guy, Wayne Breezy, was just chopping him up, and I know that Rudy wanted to go in there and kind of do his thing and put the Niners down, but he had no content to what he was saying. He was just spitting things out without backing it up. And Wayne kind of just let him hang himself with his own rope. And so if you want to watch something comical, go and check out that footage because I thought it was funny. You can only watch too much because that annoying Homerism that Rudy provides can get annoying really fast. So if you're not tolerant, don't even watch it because he can get your blood pressure up. See, Jesse couldn't only watch like maybe 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to watch more than 5 minutes because it would drive you up the wall. My Uso is announced. What's up, Uso? Never apologize for being late, my friend. You are just in time. We were waiting for you this moment right now to appear on the podcast. So you're not late.
Up,
You're
Jason?
just on time. And I hear you about sleeping. I like to sleep too, so you're good. Joseph J. Galvin says, the fans sitting around us were in shock. They were at the game as well. So you can kind of relate to that too, right?
Yeah, I mean, the guy sitting next to me didn't say one word the entire game.
No shit. Was he talkative before? Oh, no, you said the entire game. Okay. I was saying, was he more talkative in the beginning and he kind of shut down? But
No, he didn't say anything.
at least he was consistent.
True.
You know,
Very
I
true.
can deal with that. You know, he wasn't. It's not like he was a loudmouth and then shut up by the end. So, but I can imagine fans. You know, the thing is too. If I'm not mistaken, it was the first opener at their stadium since 2006.
They're
Or
15-2.
Yeah, so they always won, and either it's 2016 or 2006. I don't remember, so don't hold me to that. But it's been a minute since they played at home in the game opener. What a way to make a statement, Steeler fans. You guys finally get an opener at home, and you wet the bed. You wet the bed. But I don't blame them. If I had to see Bosa and Hargrave and Eric Armstead and our new guy, Drake Jackson, I would wet the bed too. Well, I want to get your thoughts on that one play, Jess, from our boy, Fred Warner, all-pro Fred, when they tried to run the ball with Harry and Warner met him in the backfield and stopped him in his tracks. What was the feeling of the Niner fans in the stands when that took place?
It was all cheers. I mean, it was all cheers, like pretty much the entire game. You know, the end, we all broke out into a chant, "Let's go Niners." It was a really cool experience, and I'm glad I got to be a part of it.
That's so cool. That is so cool. The chat is vibing. The chat is doing their thing, talking to one another. I love it. I love it. We got Joe in the house. What's up, Joe? Welcome to What's Up, Beto and
Hey,
Niner
Joe.
Faithful. How is everyone doing? How you doing, sir? Jess, I want to ask you, what was your most favorite part of the entire game? What made you, or what put a smile bigger than life on your face when you saw that play take place, and who was it that made that play?
I would have to say it was the Christian McCaffrey touchdown run to begin the third quarter. As soon as he broke free, I literally jumped up and was screaming my head off. I was so excited.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, I'm glad you brought that up because Ayuk was on fire. That block by Ayuk was great, but I got to give credit. I got to give a hand of applause to one Ray McLeod. He came out of nowhere. He kind of appeared into the screen and was able to make that final block that allowed CMC to make it into the end zone. And he came from nowhere. I mean, I believe David Lombardi asked him after the game about that. And he says, I'm always backing up my players, or something to the effect that he loves CMC. I want to get your thoughts real quick in the culture that we see displayed in San Francisco in that locker room. I understand every team, every fan base feels that there's team love between the players for their respective teams. But I have to be a little bit biased. I really think that the 49ers truly have that brotherhood in the locker room where they truly support one another. Do you get that feeling as well, or do you think I'm a little bit talking more about it than I should be?
No, I get that feeling too. And it definitely shows on the field with that particular play. I mean, and it started off with Jake Brendel and Kyle Juszczyk, and then it turned into Brandon Ayuk and Ray McLeod. I mean, everybody has each other's back. So I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, I love that. I love the way that even if you remember that interception where Fred Warner hit the ball, it hit his fingers, it bounced up in the air, and it landed right into Hufanga's hands, and then he was running it back for a pick six. He saw that he was going to get hit, and what did he do? Not being selfish, but selflessness, he passed it on to Gibson. Now, unfortunately, because of the speed they were going in, it became a forward pass because of the speed. But the fact that he did that just tells me how much they love one another. It's not about them individually. It's about them as a team. Let's win together. It's not, if we get our own accolades, great. If we make our own, we hit our goals, great. But it's all about winning together. And to me, that demonstrated the love for one another, that he was able just to give the ball selfishly to Gibson and allow Gibson to go further. Unfortunately, it was a penalty because it was a forward lateral, but I still love what he did.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was, I do love what he did, but on the other hand, it was, he probably would have beaten that last lineman. We probably would have had a touchdown or at least a first and goal. I know the coaches weren't very happy about that. But it is what it is. I mean, it just goes to show you that, everybody has each other's backs out there, and that's definitely very reassuring.
Yeah, one of the players that used to do that a lot in Pittsburgh was by a guy by the name of Troy. You guys know who Troy is there in Pittsburgh. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. I can't. I mess it up all the time.
Palamalu.
There you go. Let's work together as a team. I'll say Troy, you say his last name. Ready? Troy.
Palamalu.
There you go. See, that's how me and Jess work with team here. He used to do that a lot. And I love it the way that Tanaloa Hufanga did that in a way of honoring his mentor, who's been working with him in the off season. So I thought that was great. I just want to acknowledge one of my boys, Gabriel Hernandez in La Casa. Your jersey went out today, my friend. It's in the mail. You should get it by Monday. So enjoy. He had a custom jersey made, 49, black and red. And I believe he put, I forgot what he put in the back. I hope I didn't misspell it. Just kidding. Just kidding. Terradome says Watt wasn't playing around. Yeah, TJ Watt is a monster. He is a beast. Him and his brother are JJ were amazing. I love the Bosas. Definitely like Nick. But if you would ask me in their primes, who's better, the Bosa brothers or the Watt brothers, I would take the Watt brothers hands down. But individually, TJ or Nick, I'm taking Nick. But as a tandem, as a team, I'm taking the Watts. But those guys, they're monsters. But he was alone. Nobody else. There was 3 sacks, and it was all by Watt. Nobody else came to play. Now the Niners, on the other hand, says, "All right, Jackson, you get 3, and we'll share 2 more between Hyder and Hargrave." That's which I thought it was pretty cool. David Corona is in the house. What's up, David?
Hey, David.
He says, what's up, Beto? And Jess, Niners all day, every day. Let's go. Let's go. So I want to ask you, and I'm straightforward, and I don't care what fans think of me or whatever. For all you crying ass babies that love Trey Lance and hated Brock Purdy, stay right there. Don't jump board. Don't become a Brock Purdy fan. I don't want to hear it. Stay a Trey Lance fan. I have nothing against Trey Lance, but some of you were pounding the table for Trey, talking your shit about Brock. Brock proved he's ready to play. He had a great game. Does he have a long way to go? Absolutely. But he definitely started the right way. So if those haters, pure haters of Brock, don't come around, wait until the next quarterback. Because I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry, Jess. I don't want to hear all this. Now, if you said you like Trey, but you will support Brock if Brock was the guy, you're okay in my book. But I'm talking about those that talk crap about Brock and kind of even wish him to fail. Stay in your lane, man, because I don't want to hear you buy no jersey, repping no Brock Purdy. Just wait until Sam Darnold plays. I don't know what your thoughts on Brock Purdy. What did you see? I'm not talking about the fans. I did enough yelling there. But what was your thoughts on what you saw Brock Purdy? And how does his arm look to you? Did it look like it was affected? Did it look like he was struggling? Or do you, in your own opinion, Jess, did he look like his old self prior to the surgery?
He looked exactly where he left off last season. I'm not surprised by his performance last Sunday. What's up, David? I'm not surprised by his performance last Sunday. He did really well. I mean, just to escape the pocket, extend plays. That's what we need. And I look forward to a full and healthy season of Brock Purdy.
Yeah. And I like that. I like that I know Brock, I know the whole, and I'm not going to stay on this topic for too long, but I understand the whole, he does. I like what, and I'm not a big fan of this guy, but I was watching Larry Krueger. He had, I forgot his name, the running back, he works for the Rams now. So he,
Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yes, that one. I don't like him. He's a big homer. He always hates the Niners.
I don't like him either.
Yeah, neither.
He's like a well-known 49ers hater.
Yes. But he was asked a question by Larry Krueger saying about what his thoughts were on Brock Purdy. And I do like what he said because he gave an honest opinion. He says that he coaches quarterback in high school and he is not, I know a lot of people fall in love with the quarterback with a big arm, the quarterback that can throw deep. He's all, a lot of people get enamored with that. But he said, I'd rather have a quarterback that can do the layup, the quarterback that can get the ball out of his hands quickly and precisely into his playmakers, or somebody that has accuracy. Anybody can throw deep. Anybody can throw to the side. But if you cannot do the layup and get the ball where it needs to go, then you're not that good. And he said he thinks that Brock Purdy, if he continues to do this, he can be a top 10 quarterback. And I don't disagree. I know people get enamored with the long arm and the deep ball. And that's okay to keep defense honest. I understand that if you have it available, you're supposed to use it. But I think if it's accuracy and getting the ball quickly out of your hands, to me, is much better. And then he went on and said that there's a quarterback that Brock Purdy reminds him of. Do you know what quarterback he said, Jess?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
He said Tom Brady. Now, that's high praise. But he said because Tom Brady was not also a deep thrower, a side thrower like Patrick Mahomes, but he was very decisive, very accurate, and got the ball where it needed to go quickly. And these are the things that we see from Brock. I'm not saying he's Tom Brady, but if he does have some of those qualities, I'll take it.
But you know what, too? Like, even Patrick Mahomes doesn't really do the long ball too much. either.
Yeah, it's overhyped. It really is. I agree with you. It's overhyped. You're right. He does throw, but he doesn't. Watson has an arm, Josh Allen, but he doesn't throw. In. Look at Josh Allen has a great arm. He struggled against that defense of the Jets. How did he look?
Yeah.
How did that long ball look? Did it help him out? Nope. He threw 3 interceptions, fumbled it once.
Yeah, it was picked off.
Yeah. So I understand that people like the long ball. They love that. It's funny how people really get so, what's the word I'm looking for, between fantasy football and real football. It's like the lines get blurred. It's like they look at they want the fantasy type of points. They want that, the Niners score 48 points every game. And the other team just scored nothing. It's not fantasy football. It's real football. I don't care if we win by 100 points or 1 point, as long as we get the W. And some games are going to be ugly. Some games, like the Dallas Cowboys last year and the playoffs, that was an ugly game, but he still won it. The Seattle game was nicer because we got a lot of points. So each game is different. I like what Brock does. I think Brock's going to continue to learn and get better. I feel confident if we stay healthy, Jess, if we stay healthy, that we can go all the way with Brock and this roster that we have. What's your thoughts on that?
The fact that we're healthy now is probably the most healthy we've been under Kyle Shanahan since he, started coaching. And the fact that we're healthy now and, we're moving on with the season. Yeah, we're coming up on week 2. But if we could stay this healthy, there is no doubt in my mind, even if we have a few nicks along the way and stuff like that. But, if we could stay healthy, there's no doubt in my mind that, we're definitely going all the way. We have to. It's this season alone is definitely a special type of season. And like I said in the intro, this season we're going to kick ass and take names, and it all starts with Kyle Shanahan.
That's right. That is right. That's where I love that intro. Better your face than mine. So we're good there. Terradome, you're right. I did kind of crush Trey, and then I said, but he's my boy. He is my boy. I wanted him drafted to the Niners. I wanted to do something with him. It didn't work out. Things never work out in life. I lived a long time, 53 years old. I've been through my ups and downs. Things work out, things don't work out. Sometimes I have to work through things. Unfortunately, things did not work out for Trey. I wish him the best. But Brock came in, took advantage of his opportunity. He did what he needed to do to be relevant on this roster. And he became the QB number 1. Once I saw Terradome, what Brock Purdy could do, I was easily persuaded to leave Trey. Not that I don't believe in Trey. I believe that Trey gets the right coaching, given the right opportunity and time, he can eventually be good. Would he ever be great? I don't think so. I think he'll be good, but not great. But Brock came in, and the things he did, I just could not unsee what I saw, and I immediately fell in love with Brock. I understand that people like to say it's a small sample size, but I don't get the same vibes from Brock that I got when Jimmy G came here. When Jimmy G won those 5 games, I was like, okay, all right, we won some games, but I didn't feel like, I don't know what it is. I just didn't get that it factor with Jimmy. When I saw Brock play, I got that it factor, like, you know what, this kid can be special. And it still needs to be proven, but I'm saying this with confidence. I don't think that Brock will prove me wrong. I think this kid's going to be special, and sooner or later, everybody's going to be sporting jerseys, Brock jerseys. Maybe not this year, but people will come around. But yes, I was kind of harsh there, Terradome. I'm sorry. Oh,
just speaking the truth.
Yes. Before I go to you, David, Don says, I saw that he is absolutely crazy. The same as sorry Lamb are going down. He's talking about Drew. Yeah. And then David comes in and says, what's up, Jess and Beto? What up, Niner Empire? Please wipe your feet with the Rams' ass. Weak faithful. I added my own version of your statement there. I like that. Wipe your feet with the Rams jersey. Let's go. I didn't watch the whole thing. And that's fine. Neither did I. I turned it off into about 10 minutes into it. Yeah. I didn't get to watch the whole thing.
When was it? Today?
Today. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't had the chance.
Maybe
I'll
today.
take a look later.
It was a good he wasn't being a really like a homer. He wasn't being as normal like he does when he's on the NFL Network. He wasn't being like that. So it was a little bit easier to watch. If he would have been anything like, you would think he would be more hating since it's just a one-on-one with Larry, but he was pretty normal, if you will.
Wow, I'm surprised.
Yeah, I was too. Now, for what I saw, I didn't see the whole thing either. So maybe if you watch the whole thing, he's like, no, he was the same idiot. Maybe later. I only saw like 10 minutes too. So what's up, Luis? Moreno's in the house. What's up, brother? So the Niners beat the Steelers 30-7. That was last week. We're moving on. It's Friday.
It's Rams week. It's Friday. It's
Friday.
Faithful Friday. Let's get this going.
We're playing the Lambs at home.
Sound effects going. Let's go.
I'm telling you, let's go. This is what we're going to hear from the Rams fans after the game. That's what Ram fans are going to feel. Because, and then we're going to say,
You suck.
You suck, Rams. Because, listen, yes, they beat the Niners one time when it counted the most by 3 points. But when you're talking about owning a team, when you talk about bragging rights, when you talk about which team is better coached, it's the Niners. Because when you're 8-1, the proof is in the pudding. You can't make it up. We have beaten them 8-1. Matthew Stafford is 1-4 against us. So they got that one, which was the main one, and a lot of Rams fans, they'll throw that in your face. But we won the one that counted. Okay, that's true. But when we're talking about which team owns which team, we own the Rams, just kind of like the way the Rams own Seattle. And it's funny, we own the Rams, but we struggle against Seattle, and they own Seattle, but they can't beat us. Division games it's a funny beast, isn't it? How that goes. And everybody beats the Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, I think this game on Sunday is definitely, they're definitely going to knock the snot out of one another. But I definitely think we win, and I think we win by a large margin. That's for sure. But I can't wait for this game. I know the team isn't underestimating the Rams. Neither should we. They're still an NFL football team. They still beat Seattle up in Seattle. And I just, but I have really good feeling about Sunday, and I'm extremely pumped up.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to take nothing away from Seattle, okay? But Seattle lost both of their starting tackles. They went out. Geno Smith is the Geno Smith that he's always been. The whole Cinderella going to the ball last year, that's it. He became a pumpkin, back to reality, and he displayed it. The Rams are playing a lot of rookies. And even though Cooper Kupp is out, that one kid, the rookie, he was excellent, had 100 yards plus, did very well. But for Ram fans to name him the upcoming Cooper Kupp is, I believe, disrespected Cooper Kupp. This kid had one good game, and you compared him to Cooper Kupp. Give me a break. Let him play a few games. But I think a real reality is going to hit him on Sunday, Jess. That defense, the Seattle Seahawks did not at any given point of the game put any pressure on Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford had time to scope the field. He was making plays because he was never under duress. When they did put a little pressure on him, he made some incompletions. I got a feeling that comfort is not going to be there for Mr. Stafford this Sunday, because he's going to have four guys going after him, and they might even call up some blitz just to kind of rattle him. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think that Steve Wilks blitzed once last Sunday, did he?
He did.
Did he? Okay.
I think, yeah, he blitzed a little bit more in the first half than he did in the second half.
Okay, because I was kind of in and out of the game. I was, doing things here and there, so I was kind of looking at it, but I wasn't really completely on it. So I might have missed that. Luis Moreno says, "Hope Samuel Womack recovers soon. We need everyone healthy." Can you?
He was out today with a knee injury.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how severe it is. I didn't watch Kyle Shanahan's press conference.
Neither have I. I've been doing errands all day today. I hope, let's send our prayers to him. I hope he does recover soon, because we definitely need him.
Wow, you're definitely behind with the chat.
I know I fall because if my lovely assistant would take over the conversation, I can do the chat. But gee.
All right, so you know what? Let's talk about the Rams game. Okay, we've been to Pittsburgh. We took care of them. Go back to that comment by Melissa, please. That's right. Me and your boy Beto are going to be at Thursday Night Football against the Giants, sitting in the gold mine, screaming our heads off. It's going to be a fun time.
Yes, absolutely. Fired up. I'll be drinking milk and cookies. She'll be having some beer. And we'll be definitely rooting for the Niners to smash those wannabe Giants. Daniel Jones. Once they paid him, he went back to shit. So.
Yeah. Okay. Melissa said that Samuel Womack is going to miss 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh. Well, I don't want no one to miss, period, but it's not. Yeah, that still sucks. So they're going to put him on you would think they're going to put him on IR then. So.
I don't know. You know what? You can only put certain amount of players on IR. So I'm not sure. After this, I'm going to go and watch the Kyle Shanahan's presser.
So did he get hurt in practice, or is this something that happened during the game?
No, I think it was actually from the game. Because then that practice, I think it was yesterday, they said that he hurt his knee.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I definitely would. I have to take a look at that. Luis says, even on the Rams Facebook page, you can see they are scared. Some even admitting that they don't have a chance to take over SoFi, and seeing the sea of red. Excuse me, is gonna be awesome. You threw me off with the SEE instead of the.
I was listening
SEA.
to Sirius XM NFL radio, and there were a couple Rams fans that called in, and Jim Miller and Pat Kerwin were pretty much, they were pretty much like, we don't understand why they, the 49ers take over the Rams stadium. Like, where are your fans? And they were pretty much like, yeah, we're used to it. Oh, well, like, who cares, pretty much. And I'm just like, wow. Like, if we acted that way, like, I would have a problem with that. I mean, like, all these away fans coming in, and shout out East Coast Red and Gold podcast. Woo!
Give a shout out, bitch. Come on, you can do better than that. Come on.
Just all these fans like coming to take in Levi Stadium. I would be pissed.
Yeah, absolutely. We all know the Rams are
Loser.
They're losers. And the Niners are going to be walking like this. And then we're going to be like,
Let's get ready to rumble.
let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. It's going to be fun to
Beto,
watch.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
What do we have to do to beat the Rams on Sunday?
What do we have to do to beat the Rams? Oops, I hit that one already. Contain AD, obviously. Trying to like fake, like run towards AD, but then run away from him. Do sweeps away from him. Keep him away from which direction you're going. Sometimes it's good just to run towards him. But I think if the Niners don't turn the ball over, and the Niners put pressure on Matthew Stafford, it's hard for me to see Stafford and that offense, especially without Cooper Kupp, putting more than 17 points on us. I just can't see them putting more than 17 points. I don't want to, I'm going to say it anyway, but people are going to, oh, you're delusional or you're a homer. But based on the roster, this could be an easy 38 or 35-0. This can easily go, and it's hard to keep a team at 0 because a field goal. But if they put more than 10 points, I'll be shocked with this defense because they're not going to be able to run on us. And are they really going to be able to pass on us with this defense? And our secondary looked very good. Our linebackers are going to be hitting sideline to sideline. Tell me, which player other than AD really scares you from the Rams? Who really scares you other than AD? It ain't Matthew Stafford for me.
Who are you talking about?
It ain't Matthew Stafford for me. He doesn't scare me.
No, I'm kidding.
Just AD.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I got you. I didn't catch
I'm
on.
kidding. Yeah.
Like who?
Yeah, who?
Who? Yeah, exactly.
You know, I know Aaron Donald doesn't really scare me. I mean, that right side of the line, Spencer Burford, Colt McKivitz, they have to have a clean sheet of a game on Sunday, and I believe they will. I know I heard that on their flight back to California, they were already like delving into the tape of the Steelers game to see like what they can improve and stuff like that. So I have no doubt in my mind that they'll be all right against Aaron Donald. They said that last week Matthew Stafford looked as healthy as possible against Seattle. But you know what? I have all the faith in our defensive line to get after him. And I will also, look to Steve Wilkes to dial up some blitzes as well. But I think we're going to do all right.
I love it. Real quick, I just want to say that I put up a poll right before we started the show. And I put on there which Niner player will score first against the Lambs. And I put Kittle, CMC, Deebo Samuel, or Brandon Ayuk. And Brandon Ayuk came second at 33%. Kittle and Deebo are tied at 11%. And CMC is running away with it. No pun intended. Running away with it at 44%. So everybody's stating that he's going to score first against them. So thank you, everybody, for participating in the poll. Truly appreciate that very, very much. Thank you. So I'm with you. I just, you know what? There might be one player that might scare me. Akulo might scare me. You know who Akulo is, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm joking with that. I hope you know I'm joking, but there's nobody on that team that scares. If you look at matchup per matchup, if you look at their offensive line to our defensive line, if you look at our linebackers to their running backs, You look at our corners to their receivers. Niners are dominating in all areas. Now, they have to be able to do their job, and they have to make sure they don't make mistakes, the Niners. But if they're able to do what they're supposed to do, I really see the the Rams offense struggling to move the ball. I really do. I see them struggling to move the ball. Can they move the ball? And if they do, how are they going to move it? When you get Armstead, Bosa now is going to have a whole week in preparation for this team. He's going to be in practices. So it's not like the game against the Steelers. Now he has a whole week preparation for it. And then you got Jackson, and then you got Hargrave caving in that middle. I think they're going to rattle Matthew Stafford. So I want to ask you, does Matthew Stafford throw an INT or two in this game, or none?
I think he'll throw 2 interceptions for sure. I think we're going to have a day against the Rams on Sunday. Again, not taking them for granted and not overlooking them, but I just think that we're gonna do really well against them.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm just looking at I'm not trying to be a homer. I'm trying to look at this game, look at both sides, and then you would think, okay, at the very least, right, the Niners on paper are much better than the Lambs. So you would think, well, we're not playing at home, we're playing away, so the Lambs might have some advantage. But we all know that they're going to have to go on silent count, not us. We own that stadium. There's going to be more Niner fans in that stadium than Rams fans. Matter of fact, I think Ram fans, if they want to go to that stadium to watch that game, they got to buy tickets from us. That's how much we own that stadium. So we're going to control the atmosphere. We're going to control the loudness. And when Jackson, Hargrave, Bosa, or Armstead make a play, believe me, that stadium is going to erupt with noise. They're going to be on their toes, fired up. And I just don't see any type of advantage that the Lambs have against us in this game. They don't control the crowd. They can't beat us in the trenches. The only one that they may put Donald, because Donald, one thing about Donald, he can go across the line. And they may put him on top of McKivitz. But it's one guy.
Right.
It's one guy. TJ Watt was able to penetrate 3 times and touch and get the quarterback down, but we still blew them 30-7.
Right.
One thing I like about Brock, he gets the ball, and that's another thing that helps the offensive line that people don't realize. When you get the ball out of your hands quickly, that helps out tremendously the offensive line, and that's what Brock does. Now, Matthew Stafford can do the same, but I think we're going to cave in that middle, and I think that's where we lacked in for the most part last year. I think we really, really lacked the fact that we were not able to put pressure down the middle because, unfortunately, Kinlaw was not everything as advertised. Because of his injuries, whatever it is, he was never able to duplicate what we got from DeForest Buckner. And we struggle in the middle. Now you got Javon Hargrave in there committing chaos, bringing in pressure. So now you got that pressure down the middle. That quarterback is going to have to run on the outside. And when he does, we have 2 great defensive ends that can clean it up, and Bosa and Jackson. And if Jackson continues in that trajectory of, I'm not saying he's going to get 3 sacks in each game, but the way he played, and people don't realize, people probably noticed most the 3 sacks, Jess, but I don't know if you watched the all 22 of that game. I watched the all 22, and let me tell you, Jackson was very impressive in a lot of those snaps he was this close of getting another sack, but the ball was thrown out on time. The ball was thrown out fast, or the ball was thrown away. But I saw a lot of Jackson penetrating in the backfield. And that within itself, yes, the 3 sacks were impressive. Yes, the 3 sacks goes on the stats. But I like to see how these players do in every snap. And the all 22 show me that Drake Jackson was penetrating in every single snap. And that's what gets me excited. And I know this kid's only going to get better. And we might have found, maybe I'm speaking out of terms a little too early. I don't care. I'm emotional right now, and I'll take it. But I think we just got our D Ford in the making with Jackson. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Drake Jackson is he's done a lot of work in the offseason. He came away, what's up, Big Mac Sports? He came away with 3 sacks on Sunday. It only goes up from here. Big Mac Sports also said game will be dictated by what happens in the trenches, and I completely agree with that. The offensive line versus, our offensive line versus their defensive line, and then vice versa. But this game is, I think it'll be a good game, but it's going to be a Niners win. And when I mean a good game, I don't mean like back and forth. I just mean like the Niners are completely going to demolish them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But guys, while you're in here, shout out to everybody in the chat. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah.
Absolutely. Am I getting you dizzy, Dawn? Dawn's cute. She's like, what did she put? Your camera is showing the backside. There's another one that she put that I thought, oh, here we go. No, that's not it. Here we go. This one got a kick out of me. Are you moving your camera around? No.
Yes, he is.
Stop it. Yeah, yes, I am. I'm messing with you, Dawn. I hope I'm not getting you dizzy. What's your score prediction for the Niners and Rams game?
I am going 35-14.
I like it. I'm going to go 38-10. 38-10 is what I'm shooting for. I think that's I just don't, I mean, and we lose the ball, we fumble the ball, whatever, things can change immediately like that. But if the Niners play 49er football, if they play smart football, they definitely don't turn it over. I just can't see how the Rams can move the ball on this defense. They're playing Tutu Atwell. He's not that great. Jefferson's terrible. The run game, it's okay. I think Harris for the Pittsburgh is a better running back, and we shut him down. He only had 31 yards. So we'll see. And again, noise is not going to be a factor for the Rams. It's actually going to hurt them because we have the noise in our favor. So to me, we're playing a home game, and then we come to Levi's the Thursday. So this is going to be a short week. So it's this Sunday with the Rams, and then boom, before you can fart, it'll be Thursday, and we'll be playing the home game, and me and Jess and others will be there to enjoy the victory. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're definitely going to have to face the Rams first. She says, Puka is questionable and Cup is out. I call it Kaka, not Puka. But once I found out he was an American Indian, Native Indian, I thought, hey, when was the last time I seen, I think Ripon was the last American Indian that I saw a player that I can recall. So I like that. I like that they're coming out and playing some football. So it's just that it sucks that he plays for the Rams because I would like to root for him, but not while he's with the Rams. So maybe later on he'll get traded and then I can root for him. But right now, no. So everyone, put in the comments your predictions of the game. We got Melissa. Oops, hold on. We got Dawn saying 38-7. We got Melissa coming in with 35-10. We got Eric Davis, 31-17. We got Big X Sports with 31-12. 12 will be 6 and 6, 9. Oh, wow. No touchdowns, 4 field goals. Interesting. Terradome says 40-3. Niners, get
Wow.
ready for the Red Wedding, Rams. I love it. Look who it is. Look who it is. My brother from another mother. And don't forget, the Rams' offense line is going up against not just 5 of our D linemen. We got 5 more behind them to deal with. Interesting. Who's your 5? Because there's only 4 in the front. So now I'm curious who your 5 is. Who's number 5? Are you referring to Farrell coming in, rotating with?
Kinlaw's been in there too.
Oh, I don't want to hear Kinlaw. Kinlaw. Yeah. Kilow's a disappointment. I don't care. He's just a disappointment. He's just a rental for this year. Good luck to all who entered for the patch version of Beto's Familia flag. Yeah, and then I did a flag the other day. Not the flag, but the patch. No, you said flag. Good luck for all who entered the patch. The patch version. You scared me for a minute. Did I say flag? Oh, shit. Well, I got to go buy me one. But the version, the patch. Okay. Whew. Melissa, you just had me shitting myself. Thank you. I can smell it. Let me put some cologne. Have you guys ever heard of this cologne?
Yep.
I'm old school. It's an old
You are.
cologne. Yeah. And I like also Cool Waters. I don't know. I'm not hip with the new colognes out there. Like I got Ray-Bans glasses for my seeing class. I got Ray-Bans, right? So I went back 2 years later. I went back yesterday for an appointment real quick to get my eyes checked. And so my vision to look far is still good. No problem. But my reading kind of got a little bit worse. So they're going to give me a new prescription. So I went to go get a new pair of lenses, right? And, they're a Kaiser. They have a bunch of different eyeglasses. And I'm like, I just want to see the Ray-Bans. And she looked at me, you don't want to see these ones? Nope, just Ray-Bans. So I got me a new pair of Ray-Bans. These ones are really thin on see how thin it is? The other ones are kind of like the old school. They're the nice, big, fat ones. Kind of fits me. So I got those. She's like, you already have Ray-Bans. Are you sure you don't want to get some, I guess there's other brands. I'm like, no, I'm old school. I've been wearing Ray-Bans since I was 16. So, old school. I'm trying to think of I'm thinking Gucci, but it's not Gucci. Are you familiar with sunglasses, Jess?
Yeah.
What's one of the popular ones out there right now?
Well, I own Ray-Bans. but
Oh,
I
you're
know
old
it's not
school too.
that.
I like that. You have the 80s
Yeah.
Ray-Bans?
What's that?
Do you use the 80 Ray-Bans?
I have the aviators. I have like 3 sets of aviators.
Oh, aviators. Oh, the
Yeah.
Poncherello.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're the highway patrol coming at you with those aviators.
Right.
Okay. No, I'm old school. I like to, And then they said these are supposed to be like when you go out in the sun, they're supposed to get dark, whatever. Yeah. But these new ones that I got, they're like, yeah, for $80. I'm like, no. And they're like, no, these ones just came out 1 week ago. We can guarantee it's going to get dark. And I'm like, okay, so much that if it doesn't get dark, I can get my $80 back. Well, no. So you're not guaranteeing nothing then. I'm like, guarantees telling me if I'm not satisfied, I can get my money back. Because, we can't take them off your glasses. I'm like, then don't guarantee. Okay, they were talking about Pharaoh. So, we give our predictions. We spoke about the Steelers. We give our thoughts on the Rams. Any final thoughts you want to add? Jess, anything going on in your channel during the week or next week? Did you want to plug in?
I mean, we're the East Coast Red and Gold podcast. We're on every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. We have a lot of cool guests. It's also me, your girl Bex, Maddie B, and Ty Alston. And this Wednesday we won't be on, but we will be on Thursday night. Thursday afternoon before the game, we'll be shooting from Levi Stadium, doing a little bit like a half hour, 45-minute show from Levi Stadium to preview the Niners-Giants game. So tune in and give us a like and subscribe.
So real quick, there's 16 of you in here. Which jersey would you like me to wear for Thursday's game? I'm going to give you guys the choice to pick.
George Kittle.
It can be offense or defense. Which jersey would you like me to wear? The name that I see the most, I will wear. I'm pretty much have every player. Maybe not Gibson, but pretty much. So it's not every player, but pretty much every player on the team. I was thinking about wearing, and I might still, but I was thinking of wearing my boy, our QB1, Mr. Brock Purdy, to the game, or run CMC. But you guys tell me, who should I wear? Okay, so we got one for Bosa. We got a Kittle. Oh, I wonder who put Kittle. Of course, who put Kittle. We got one for Kittle. We got one for CMC. It doesn't work when you do a double there. Nice try there, Melissa. She put a double, yeah. Greenlaw, one for Greenlaw. I did
that as well.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, yes, you did. It's just hers are right next to each other. That's why I saw it. We got one for Fred Warner. We got Melissa. There's Melissa with the third one. Stop it. We got Luis Moreno with Hargrave. No doubles. I mean, there's doubles, but not really doubles. Interesting. Whatever name I see double, there's Bosa, Kittle, CMC, Greenlaw, Warner, Hargrave. 90. Now we got a 95. We got a 95 Jackson. Okay, Hufanga. We got a Hufanga sighting. Definitely can do a Hufanga. All right, so I seen 2 Warners and 2 Greenlaws. So 2 Greenlaws and 2 Warners. So we got Warner by Gabriel Hernandez, and Crazy Juice wants Warner. That's 2 of them. We got. Wait a minute. You know what, Melissa? I'm gonna slap you in the butt, girl. She got me. She put 57. Smart ass. She threw me off because another one she put Greenlaw, and here she put 57. So I thought it was 2 different people. You're good. I'm like, so I was gonna look at the other person to put Greenlaw, and it's you. So there's only 1 Greenlaw. All right. There's 3 for Fred Warner. So it's looking like Fred Warner is the winner. Fred Warner.
And guess whose jersey I'm wearing?
Now, my Hargrave jersey is clean. That's a clean. I love the way that it's a black and gold. Clean. But we got 4. Fred's the winner. Yep. So I'll split. I'll wear. I might just wear 2 jerseys. Then in halftime change it and put it in my. I wonder if you're able to take a backpack. As long as it's clear, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
I'll take 2 jerseys. Wear Warner. How about if I wear Warner? I'll wear a defensive player and an offensive player, 1 in each half.
There you go.
You know what I mean? To kind of give you guys, because we're gonna be on video. It's gonna be shown. here. It's going to be shown on Jess's channel. So definitely we're going to take a bunch of pictures. So keep an eye for that. And so look for us on Thursday, God willing. So look forward. I want to apologize. I didn't sign into my other YouTube. Melissa, you're too much, girl. But guys, thank you for tuning in. We were absent for the last 2 weeks. Things were a little hectic, but we're back on Fridays. Continue to support our channel. Make sure to follow us. We're still trying to really, really grow our Niners Now podcast YouTube. So make sure to please subscribe to that so that we can just eventually, I know I said that regular season we were just going to go there, but we want to build it up. So please go over there and hit that subscribe. There's 24 of you guys still deep in now. So please go and subscribe to the Niners Now podcast. If you just type Niners Now pod, P-O-D, it comes up much faster than podcast. So type Niners Now pod and please subscribe to the channel. Would appreciate that. You want to close us out, Senorita Jess?
Yeah. Like, subscribe, and that's about it. Go Niners, beat the Rams, beat LA. Let's get this done. Let's be 2-0 and let's keep cruising through the NFL season.
Before we go, let's hopefully we'll hear a lot of these. But let's get a little jam going on. Ready? Let's go. Friday night. Get the beats going. Touchdown.
Friday. Faithful Friday. Let's go.
Let's go. Feel it. Feel it. Get it in your veins. We're going to go and guys, have a wonderful night. Enjoy your evening. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the game on Sunday. And we'll see you when we see you. Good night, everyone.
Go
Peace.
Niners.
Go Niners.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.